Roll VTR, 60 seconds live.
Stand by. Loading 1, 2, and effects 2. No, we're live at 60.
Out to the right. Rudy flush. Throws it down.
Fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25. Uses it back to Wise.
30 seconds live.
Across the field to Dyson. He's got something. He's got something. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. End zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. There's a long drive.
In 3, 2.
What's your name, boy?
Hello, everyone. This is Sean Harris, host of the Scoop Podcast Show, where I bring it to you each and every day, talking about the headlines, talking about the topics around the sports world. We got some baseball that we're going to get into. We got some NFL to talk about, as well as we got some NBA. Go to the show's Facebook page at facebook.com/Scoop Talk Show, where you can find all the videos, all the archives, pictures, articles, the whole nine. Click the like button. You can also find me on Google+, Twitter, Tumblr, and all the other social media sites that you're familiar with. This show is brought to you by KC Entertainment, LLC, in association with. Let's get right on into it, shall we? Baseball. Let's talk a little bit about baseball. The Boston Red Sox. Man, what can you say about them boys? Them boys is doing their thing out there in Boston. They're in first place. They're 82-64. Ahead of Baltimore and Toronto, which is tied. And they're 2 games behind them. And the New York Yankees is 5 back with 38 games left to play. We talked a little bit about in the prelude to the show about David Ortiz retiring. And can the Boston Red Sox win and make it to the playoffs to win it all? I believe they can. I believe that they can go all the way and possibly win the World Series for a third time, giving David Ortiz his third ring to go out as a retirement gift. Go out as a champion. I said the key to Boston continue on doing what they're doing was the pitching and the bullpen. But the hitting is right there too. Take a look at these numbers. Listen to them. David Ortiz alone is 3rd in the AL in batting average. He's tied for 17th in the National League. All of baseball. His 34 home runs is tied for 9th in baseball. He has 114 RBIs, which is 2nd in the AL, only to Edwin Encarnacion of Toronto, who has 116. He's only 2 back. And then we ain't talking about, we got 3 other Boston Red Sox players that are in the top 20. Dustin Pedroia, he's batting .329 with 13 home runs and 66 RBIs. 6th place in the American League is Moreau Bettis. He's batting .312 with 30 home runs and 105 RBIs. And tied for 16th is Alexander Burgess, batting .295, 19 home runs, 85 RBIs. The bats are clicking for Boston out there, I'm telling y'all. Can they keep it up with 38 games left to go? It remains to be seen because, like I said, after all, Baltimore and Toronto is right there. They're right there. They're breathing it down their neck. The pitching, outstanding. Rick Porcello, he's tops in the majors in wins. First 20-game winner. He's 20-4. And overall, he's number 1 in baseball with those 20 wins. His ERA is 5th in the AL, and overall it's 15th. Not bad. His innings pitched, which is 210.2, is tied for 2nd in the American League, and overall he's tied for 5th in baseball. David Price, former Detroit Tiger last year, now he's over in Boston. He's 16-8. That's tied for 3rd in the AL. He has 210 strikeouts, which is 3rd. He's number 1 in the AL at 205.2. Stephen Wright, 13-6. He's tied for 11th in the AL with a 333 average. Now, the bullpen, you would like to have multiple closers. Somebody that can come in, guys that can come in, middle relief, shut the door on things, get you the win, secure the win for you. But Boston only needs one, people. They only need one. And that guy is Craig Kimbrell. He's tied for 17th in all of baseball with 25 saves. He's tied for 9th in the AL. So this Boston team looks very strong across the board with the batting, the pitching, and the closing. Can they get it done? We got 38 games to go. So this remains to be seen. What can they do in the AL East versus the Central and the West? Because after all, like I said before, there's only 38 games left in the season. On to the NFL. Man. NFL football, everybody is glad that the NFL football season is back. I know I'm glad about it. I don't know about y'all out there. I know I'm glad about it.
Say what?
Yes, I said it. I'm glad about it. No need to be tripping.
Snap now.
Week 1 of the NFL was fantastic. Couldn't ask for a better first week to open up the season. You had major games. You had 9 of those 13 games went down to the wire. 1 game went to overtime. It was great. But the story of the NFL right now is not Tony Romo.
Say what?
Washington Redskins cornerback Josh Norman. During the offseason, he had just received a 5-year, $75 million contract. Considered himself to be the shutdown corner, taking over Richard Sherman's spots of Seattle in the league. So far, this week one, but he wasn't that impressive because he was on the opposite side of the field, people. He wasn't on the best wide receiver in the league right now in Antonio Brown of Pittsburgh. He was on the opposite side of the field.
Oh, come on, that's enough.
Covering another wide receiver. He only mustered up 6 tackles in that game to start the season. I'm looking at the stats on the computer. That's all he got. Everything else is zeros. This Sunday coming up, the Dallas Cowboys coming to town. A big NFC East matchup. These two teams are at the bottom of the NFC East right now. And like I said before, the NFC East is not a dominant division. Ain't been that way since the 90s. Eagles won last week. Giants beat Cowboys 2019 last week, so they're 1-2. Redskins and Cowboys 3-4. This is a must-game win for both of these teams right here. Week 2 could possibly be the difference maker on any one of these teams faltering down the stretch and make it hard to recover, or they can excel and go all the way to the division and win it all for the division. So this is a big matchup. Big matchup. Can Josh Norman be assigned to cover Des Bryant? That remains to be seen on Sunday. And if so, can he shut Dez Bryant down? Because after all, Dez Bryant is a much taller guy. And he's very athletic. I mean, he's no Calvin Johnson or nobody like that that played for Detroit, but I give him his props, though. So this is going to be an interesting matchup in the NFL to see. Moving on now over to the NBA. The NBA. Right around the corner, people. The NBA season is right around the corner. And I can't wait. I can't wait at all. But the topic right now is NBA players are agreeing with Kaepernick, Colin Kaepernick of the 49ers in protest. Can they do that? I'm going to say it again. Can they do it? Well, according to the NBA ruling that I've read online, that no, they can't. Their collective bargaining agreement and their contract coincides with the conduct policy of the NBA. Part of the rule is that they have to respect the flag and stand there for the national anthem, no matter how much they don't like it. Now, mind you, 20 years ago, Mohamed Abdul-Rahif of the Denver Nuggets, he didn't take a knee. He didn't sit down. He just turned to the left, put his hands up, and he prayed. It was caught on national television. And the NBA was furious about that. Absolutely furious about it.
Oh, come on, this is enough.
Over time, it didn't cost Abdul-Rahif his career per se, but he kind of faded out as time went on with his playing career. Now today, he's a real estate agent, doing what he do best. Selling land, selling houses, selling property, whatever it is in real estate. Congratulations to him. But this is a big deal in the NBA because unlike the NFL doesn't have a rule that states that you have to participate. They encourage you to participate, but you don't have to. They encourage you to be patriotic and show your patriotism to the flag and to the national anthem by putting your hand over your heart, taking your helmet off, whatever it is. But you don't have to. The NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL, all the way down to high school, you have to. But the NFL, you don't. That's why Colin Kaepernick was able to do what he do. And that's why what a lot of people don't understand is that when he made that part of the game, the national stage to do it, and the right time to do it, no problem with it. It's his freedom. It's his right up under the Constitution. This country was partly founded upon protests anyway, whether people want to believe it or not. People protesting the injustice, people protesting this, people protesting that, people protesting this over here, people protest. Somewhat, that's how this country was pretty much founded, was on protest. So he had his right to protest. And it wasn't against the military like everybody keep talking about. It wasn't about the flag itself that people keep talking about. It's about the social injustice that minorities in this country has been suffering through for a very, very long time. And it's still going on today. Still going on today. And that is what he's targeting. That's it. That's all. He already admitted and he already said that he has nothing against the U.S. military, what the flag represented, and he wants no part of that. But even the flag, to be honest with you, has nothing to do with it. The flag was supposed to represent a symbol of freedom, of equality for all that comes to this country, that are born in this country. But instead, the flag now represents a totally different demeanor. And that's why he raised the flag up as an issue, because in his eyes, being a minority in this country, that's what he sees it as. Yeah, a lot of people want to say he's privileged. Yeah, a lot of people want to say he's well off. He's making millions of dollars, so why is he tripping? But still, sometimes, even with people that has money, still has a conscience. Not everybody cold-hearted. Not everybody turn a blind eye to what's going on. And with great power comes with great responsibility. He's in a position to help people because somebody was in position one day to help him. So he has to pay it forward. Just like with all the other athletes, all the other movie stars and actresses and whoever else that's making a lot of money in this country, you have an obligation to pay it forward to people that are less fortunate. Not to say give all your money away, but to do the things that is necessarily done to show compassion and humanity towards others that are less fortunate than you are. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just wish the NBA players luck in what they're trying to do, but quite frankly, I'm telling y'all right now, it's not going to work. Simply just not going to work. The ruling is in place. When they signed their contracts, they was acknowledged that the collective bargaining agreement, that this is part of what they got to do. And this is nothing like a situation with Donald Sterling, former owner of the Clippers, and his race situation. Nothing to do with that. We're talking about an individual. We're not talking about this situation right here. Hey, y'all, that's my time. Be sure to check out the Scoop Podcast Show each and every day. Go to my website, facebook.com/The Scoop Talk Show. Also check it out on Google+, Tumblr, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Until next time, as always, if it wasn't for you, this show wouldn't be possible. My name is Sean Harris. Take care.